Well, hello gamers and welcome back to the Better Minecraft Survival series. Now, we have been in this world for almost 300 days, and one thing that I haven't done yet is get myself an enchanting setup. So I think for this episode, it's time to build a library, where we could get an enchanting table and a few willing employees to help us with our entertaining and enchanting needs. So this is the location. We are going to make a little space here because this building is going to be rather on the larger side, and I've got a pretty good build palette in mind, or at least I think I do. But as with all the builds I've been doing in this series, I'm going to start off with laying out the groundwork. In other words, the floor. So I was thinking for the floor, we're going to use spruce. And the reason for that, spruce is going to be a little darker as the rest of the build palette is going to exist out of birch. Yes, you heard me right. Birch and smooth stone. That's what we're going to use. So let me get started and, well, I guess clearing out the area that we're going to need, and then we can see where this goes. I started off by laying out the boundary of the floor with some spruce logs, but at some point this got me a little bit confused, so I had to rethink the plan and find another way to just stay on track. So I decided to use some cobblestone and lay the foundation for the walls of the build. And as I was doing that, all these trees got in the way and limited my view, so I had to get rid of them. But finally, we've got a really good area cleared out. So what do you think? What do you think? I've got the layout basically sorted out. So this build is going to have 4 mini towers on the corners, but I guess you can't imagine it by me just talking about it, so we will have to see how this build progress. But if you have a look, you can see the basic layout. We will fill out a little bit of this with dirt because it will need to be lifted. I don't want any of the cobblestone to be visible, and we just need to make it look a little bit prettier. We do have quite a bit of open space in front of it, so we will just fill in this area, and then we will have a pretty little library build going on. So one thing that I'm pretty sure of is that I'm not going to have enough spruce wood for this floor. But nonetheless, we are going to try and see how far we can get. But first, I think I need to strip these logs. I made quick work of stripping the logs, and then I started filling in the floor. This was starting to look very good. And as predicted, I am short. Now that wasn't going to stop me, because I knew I only needed to make a quick trip into the forest to chop down a single spruce tree, and I would have enough wood to finish the floor. And by just adding a few more planks to the floor, we are done, and it's looking pretty awesome. I went ahead and played around with a few different build palettes, and in the end I settled on stone and birch planks. Yeah, I think this is pretty much going to be a good look for the door. Then we have space for a lantern. I had to go out to look for the perfect door, and I think I found just the one. This looks like a birch barn door, sort of, and it's going to work perfectly. The next part of the plan was to get a few pillars up to support all the walls that I was planning for this build. And it started to look like something really, really nice. I mean, this is taking really good shape now. And what do you think about our little library building? I think it turned out pretty well, even though we've got a cat stuck on the roof. But that's not my problem. I think this build turned out really nice, but we've still got a lot to do. So everyone, with this beautiful building set up and ready to go, time is actually running out as we are on day 296 and I only have 4 days left to get something going in this building. The idea is to move a few villagers in, get an enchantment set up, and another something, little bit of something extra down here. But first, let's go and see if we can craft a few things, which we will need to get into this building. First thing I would like to do is get an enchanting table, because that is our library, and that's where we're going to do our enchanting. On top of that, I would like to get what is it called again? A trading post, which I believe I do have all the resources for, and then we can go back into the building to set it up. As long as I don't fall into the lava pit. Now the idea is to put the trading post down there, but I didn't really need to do that. Let's just fix it. We can put the trading post right there and the enchantment table right on top of it. So then next up we need to get some books and get some bookshelves. And we're gonna need 15 at least. But let's see if we can make, well, let's make 20. We can always break them if we need to. And this day is already coming to an end. But let's see if we can just get the bookshelf set up before we take a nap. Now what I'm thinking, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then I don't exactly know, but I think we'll do that and that. Now, aha, we've got level 30. Great stuff. So now that we've got the enchantment set up working as expected, we need to bring some villagers in here. Finally, we've got two of our villager friends ready to start working. And now, just to prevent those villagers from getting out, let's put a fence gate up next to the door, and then we can probably release the villagers. Now, once they are released, we will need to feed them, give them a place to sleep, and then I'm pretty sure they will be getting ready to have a baby or two or three. So let's get a few beds down here. I think about 5 will do. Let's just see. Let's another one here, here, and then 2 more on this side. That's going to be perfect. So we've got a few beds ready. 5 will do for now. Let's feed the villagers. See if they're willing to get us some baby villagers. Nice. What? We've already got a baby! San Juana, welcome to this world. Frederick, you're awesome. But we're going to have to see what's going on, because Faye seems to want to go back to her old bed, which is unfortunately not going to happen. So, to get her to take a new bed, maybe we can just take away the empty bed. And then we can see whether Faye is going to adopt a new bed. Ah, perfect. Villagers are sleeping peacefully. And we've got 2 more beds for 2 more babies. I think I deserve a night's sleep in my own bed. Wow, 4 little kids. These villagers has been busy. But now, I think, while these kids grow up, let's just block in our little villagers here so that they cannot escape. They will continue breeding, and as soon as these kids are grown up, we will put them to work. So as this day comes to an end, we have achieved a great goal. So our library building is built. The villagers in there are breeding, and we will soon have all the enchanted books that we could dream of. Just thanks to this little building behind me. Now, this has been a tough 300 days and we have achieved quite a bit. And if you enjoyed the content, I would like you to subscribe to the channel. Maybe like the video and hit that notification bell if you would like to stay up to date with new content being uploaded. Until next time, have a good day and I will see you soon.